On that first bill, were you already living in the house then?
So we moved in late December and they secured after so we've only been living here for a month.
Yeah.
And that was our first bill, and draw for January. So then for February, it happened during the ice, the ice that we had.
Yeah.
And so, once the ice melted, we noticed what was going on. And at that point, that's when we called the water department. They came and shut off the water immediately. And that's when they told me to come and to speak with the council. And yeah, just hoping that we could get that adjusted. I don't know if there's other alternatives. I know that you guys want to establish a baseline.
Right.
And average a year.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's other alternatives.
Yeah, we usually go back 12 months, so we can see kind of like where your regular bill would be monthly. But since we don't have that, that's kind of like what we're up against right now, so.
So in the lease, could we just, it was residential, it was a residential place before, right? Someone lived there. Can we go back 12 months on that residence, on that place?
Well, it depends, because how many people live, is it just you two?
3.
There's 3 of y'all? So, depending on who lived there before them, if it was a bigger family, or, I don't know.
Well, that's better than nothing. Other than that, I mean,
What was
we
their
have to table it.
what's their minimum
Yeah.
payment, Marvin?
Well, this is all.
They only have one.
No, I know that, but what was, if they just being there,
Well, that's 401 cubic feet,
which is how many dollars?
$29.50, I believe.
Okay, so they were 70 is above that. I don't know, you consider 100 an average just to be safe? Well, we still can't do nothing about sewer. It won't work though.
Well, no, that's residential side.
Yeah, that only goes for businesses.
Yeah, we can fix it on the residential side because of that, because we do the averaging.
I think that we've done this before with another residence for the same reason, and I think that we need to follow suit with that. Am I correct that we did do that with somebody else for the same?
We've done several.
Exact reason.
We had a guy in the
Because of the
hospital for 3 months and his his washing machine froze and was flooded.
He'd been there longer, hadn't he?
Yeah, there was something to fall back on.
Yeah, they had something to fall back on, but I've only got 1 month to consider their average. So, I mean, to me, to be fair to everybody, you count it, instead of 70, you count it as 100, and, because it obviously would be higher the more they're there. I mean, to me, I don't know, if y'all want to count 70, I'm not going to.
What are you saying, 70 about?
Well, that's what you said, that's what the 1 month.
That was just the total bill, was that?
Yeah, that 1 month, yeah, that's one.
But was that a full month?
I don't think it was a full month, was it?
That's what Johnny's saying, that he thinks that we should, right, we should average it out to 100, 120 would be his regular bill if this wouldn't have happened. But since we only have 1 bill, which is 78, when he wasn't there the whole month, that's what Johnny's saying, is what would be his actual.
Yeah.
It was 28 days.
Try to make it easy.
Well, almost a month,
Do my best.
yeah. So, I think that we need to try to help them and adjust it somehow. That's just my opinion.
I agree, I'm just looking for a way of doing it. That would follow the policy.
I can't remember how we did it with the last time. It wasn't that long ago that we did that.
You can adjust it to the minimum bill.
I think that we need to.
Minimum of the city, or?
No, that's the 401 cubic feet. Of course, you add everything else, but the water part's 29.50. The 78's everything. It's not just water.
I'm good with that. If we can do that and follow policy, I'm good with that then.
We can do that.
I think we can, we should, because he hasn't even been there that long. So you said it was, how much was it for a cubic feet, you said? 400 and what?
If it's 400 cubic feet, it's $29.50.
Okay.
And then you got plus your garbage, plus your sewer, plus your drainage.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that's, these leak adjustments are 1 time a year.
Yeah, it's 1 time a year.
Yeah.
So if we do it,
You won't be able to do it again, so God forbid something happens throughout, and we're in the beginning of the year, so let's just say something happens in August, you won't be able to do this again, if you get, that's 12 months.
well, if it falls within policy, then my motion would be that we allow him to have a leak adjustment using the average
That you have.
The minimum.
Is this based on the 436? Is this your bill right after that?
Yes, 436, yes, for this one.
Second, Dan.
So what we're trying to do is figure out what your regular bill would be, since we really only have one, and you weren't there the whole time. So normally it would be about 100, 120, for three people. I don't know, I think that's what we're doing. So,
We're just gonna take that 1 month back to the minimum and calculate it from there and adjust it, whatever the difference between the 4-something is and what it figures out.
Using that average, and the motion
That's all right,
second is to allow them to have that leak adjustment. We have a motion and second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. And if you'll get with, does he need to see Blythe or you to?
Yeah, me or Blythe, either one.
I'll give her a call tomorrow.
yeah, she'll be able to.
They'll work it out with you, sir.
Sounds
So
Thank y'all.
you do understand though it's an adjustment, it's not a complete refund?
Yeah, yeah, so instead of paying the
Yeah.
136.
They're gonna adjust it
They're
to.
gonna to a new amount that's not
Yeah.
established yet, right?
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
We usually go about 12 months, 12 months, see what, yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
We
So
can,
I was just gonna.
Yeah, of course, we
We'll have
usually go
to
about 12 months,
average
but since we don't
your-
have that, we're gonna
that's no
average
problem.
it to
Take
what's
it to
normal.
minimum also.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So, yeah,
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate that, thank you.
you're welcome, thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on to item number 11, discussion and or action on request from Joanne Butler regarding the city adopting regulations on the number of cars permitted as
You're on, Council.
Here I am.
Retired council.
Yeah,
you
Joanne
like?
Butler with the 601 there. I know. As I go through the neighborhood, I see a lot of cars in driveways, and I'm not talking about cars that are there and they go to work the next day and that night there's 6 or 7 cars. I'm talking about where there's cars day after day in a driveway. It seems to me that, and I don't know if you could illegally even put an amount. If you can't legally, then there's other ways to go, I guess, after things. There's always loopholes and everything, so you need to look for loopholes, these attorneys. But I don't think unless we take some control over this, the city's ever going to look any better. It's not looking better all the time, but one way we can go at it, and I think perhaps the one I'm specifically talking about may be through a home occupation and business. The one I'm particularly talking about, the cars are not always the same. There'll be a car there for a while, and then that car is gone. And then maybe there'll be a new one. And the other thing I want to know is how long can they set up on blocks?
There's a registration on
Huh?
On blocks.
Well, yeah, we got it on registration. Now, the code is wonderful. My code people are great, and they work on it. So how long can they sit on blocks? We don't know.
Yeah, we do. Under that junk vehicle, ordinance.
Do we have that group anymore? Do they ever meet?
No. I was
Oh,
on.
no, not the.
Yeah, Fort Wayne was on it, and Roy Shields was set up. Do they never meet anymore?
No, because the way it's set up now, if it doesn't require a hearing, then they don't come to a hearing.
Oh,
But what they can do is if it's not removable, it has to be moving. So actually, if it's on blocks, then it becomes a junk vehicle. And she can give them, I think by the law, it's 30 days.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
I don't like to see something sitting on blocks on my street for 30 days.
Yeah, I think they have up to 30 days to get it.
Well, maybe we could get that shortened somehow. But I think it's something y'all need to look at and see if you can't figure out something we can do about that kind of thing. Because here's the thing, if we let certain people get by with it, then somebody's going to say, well, if they can do it, why can't I can do it? Which means that I could put 6 cars in my driveway, and probably, as long as my lot is, 5 or 6 in the front, which isn't fair, but I could do it. And I don't think that we should be able to do that. And this person that I'm speaking of says, well, they like cars. Well, John Claridge likes cars too. But I've been by your house several times, and it does not look junked up.
You've seen times
My own son
before.
collects cars, but he has a building to keep them in.
You've seen I've had 4 there before, but they're never out.
Well, I've never seen Ford.
Yeah, there's usually just
I might be, but yeah, I've never even seen 3.
I can't put 6 in.
But I think that's something that you need to look at,